action is to be in charge of that.
Yeah.
All right, so even right from the very, very first time you touch his mouth and you feel that from him, then if you get that kind of answer from him, then you need to ride a half halt and or a transition to say to him, you know, leaning and pulling is not allowed, even at the very beginning of the ride. So you have to, in other words, you have to sort of establish the kind of feeling that you want on the reins, and you have to defend that idea throughout the entire ride so that you develop a zero tolerance for him being in charge.
From the get-go.
Right from the very first time you touch the reins.
Okay.
Yeah. So the walk that you have now is a nice working walk, and you know he's using himself nicely. He's showing some nice over-tracking. That's all fine. So the next question is, what's going to happen if we ask him for a transition to the halt? So let's try that and see what answer we get. Finish it, and then release. Exactly. So there was a little part of you that when he didn't answer, there was a moment of, should I, shouldn't I, what, well, you know, should I be firmer, or, okay. So when you feel yourself doubting that, you've got to say, no, here's the rule. If I close my finger, I'm going to close it as strong as I need to make my point, then I release. And or he releases, that's even better. If he releases you, that's even better.
Okay.
And then walk on again. Make sure that your elbows are following, that you're touching his mouth, that you're not making any restrictions on him at this juncture. Because what I really would like for him to do is I would like for him to yield because he meets your hand and he gets off of it. Instead of feeling like you have to take the bit back toward him to make him yield. I would love for you to be able to do like a passive resist. Just sort of close the fist and stop following and have him back up off of it himself. But the reality of it is he's not going to do that right in the beginning. The reality is in the beginning you're going to have to be a little bit more graphic than that. Let's try another transition. Close both reins. Good boy. Very good. And then walk on again. So that transition was probably about a 50% improvement over the first one. And I would say that that transition was acceptable for where we are in the ride. Okay. So let's use that as a standard, that anytime he answers less than that, we have to let him know about it.
Okay. I think